Would you like to know the least demanding way that you can bring in cash online with subsidiary advertising utilizing 100 free traffic? Investigate. This is 2827 that I have in forthcoming payout commissions allowed me to revive or reload this page to show you that this is 100 genuine, and on the off chance that I click onto this here, it will take you to my administrative center, and as you can see here, these 3 commissions haven't been checked on yet. This has here, this is 60 some that I get $30 for, here it's $15, here it's $90, and in the event that we look down, you can see here for a $135 commission I get 67.50, and rundown is perpetual, and I need to show you precisely the way that you can do this in 3 straightforward advances. I mean, investigate this. The justification for why I say it's uninvolved, this is on the grounds that it's work that I did in 2019, and as you can see here, traffic has simply begun to kick in over the last, say, a half year, 8 months, and so on, which implies by me accomplishing the work once I'm proceeding to bring in cash online, a latent type of pay using partner promoting. And how could I do that? I utilized this rundown here that I made in under 5 minutes, and on this video I will show you those 3 basic advances. You should simply watch this video to the end, apply this, and you're practically ensured to bring in cash internet using this technique. And we're beginning right presently. What's up, you folks? Alan here, again from the Shrewd Cash Strategies channel, and I have a splendid video for you today, assuming you're hoping to begin subsidiary promoting on how you can get a ton of snaps and footing latently where you accomplish the work once and you will keep on receiving the benefits. I believe you should give close consideration to this one if you're significant and you truly have any desire to bring in cash online, on the grounds that I will show you evidence on this video of precisely the way that I'm doing its 3 straightforward advances, and we're getting straight into it today. The primary thing that you maintain that should do, folks, is you need to approach this stage here called blogger.com. We will utilize the assets of this website, since we can utilize this website totally free of charge to make one of these extremely basic records. You see, this rundown here is an assets manual for be a fruitful partner advertiser. And when individuals are beginning, this is the data that they need, and what I do is I give this data to them. In addition to the fact that I have my partner connects all through this page, then I likewise have various kinds of courses, and I can refresh this, and whenever okay, you can come here and add to this. You can detract from this. You can likewise add an entire pile of various kinds of courses. I will show you all that on this video, folks. And when you descend here, you can likewise add a ton of helpful things, so this provides them with a ton of significant worth. And it's likewise going to assist you with bringing in cash online with partner showcasing. So how would you make one of these? Well, once you go to blogger.com, and when you join, it will bring you over to a page that seems to be this. And as you can see, smart, this is where you have, this is your administrative center to Blogger, where you will make this exceptionally basic page. Now, when you click on this drop-down box here, you need to look down and you need to choose another blog. This resembles another website, so to talk, so click on to blog, and afterward this is where you will make a title for this blog, very much like I've made for this one here, Assets Manual for Be an Effective Member Advertiser, as you can see here. So the thing we will do, folks, is we're about to call this one person to be a fruitful offshoot advertiser, just to save us some time, so I can show you precisely the way that this works. So I will pick Manual for Be an Effective Associate Advertiser, and we will choose Next. Now this is where you will enter in location. As you can see, it will be spotblogpost.com. Okay, now everything you really want to do is concocted a location here, and it will let you know whether it is accessible. Okay, so suppose we call this key devices you really want as a partner. Okay, doesn't make any difference. A lot of folks, all we really want is for this to come up. This blog address is accessible, so key apparatuses you really want an associate. Then at that point, come here and snap on to save. What will occur from here is currently we can, as you can see, this real blog entry has no articles here. The other one that I made has articles. This one would now you not like to come here, and you need to tap onto new posts. Now once you select new post, this is where it will permit us to make something that seems as though this currently clearly we will duplicate this too, in light of the fact that what we will do is we will call this a similar. We will put that there, and afterward here what we maintain that should do is we need to make a heading. Extremely basic stuff, folks. You can come here, place this in the center, and afterward you hear it says passages. You can make that a significant heading, and so on. Then what you maintain that should do is you need to tap down, and presently what we believe that should do is we need to make something that seems to be this. Now you can duplicate my one, I don't mind. It ultimately depends on you all. Make something basically the same and advance comparative items. It's completely dependent upon you. There's an adequate number of individuals looking for this and traffic to go around. As long as you put forth a concentrated effort, you're ensured, folks, that you will get snaps and you're rolling to get deals. So you're presumably thinking, Where do I get this data from? All I did here, folks, is I came here and I composed up, click on any of the featured connections and pursue any of the underneath apparatuses. You might require these every one of the devices that we utilize. Thus, these are the instruments fundamentally that I likewise use in my business, which is everything I said to them. And afterward, I incredibly immediately composed this up. So all you really want to do when you're on this page here, folks, is leave that on typical. And afterward, approach Google and type in something like, what apparatuses do you really want as an associate advertiser? Then descend here, folks, and begin opening up this multitude of various tabs. Okay, when you open these up, you will find this multitude of wonderful instruments that individuals need as an associate advertiser. For instance, assuming you're hoping to bring in cash with WordPress or MailChimp, for instance, if USCR MailChimp is an email advertising programming, folks, so you look down and view the various sorts of things that you can advance. On the off chance that we come here, there's so many items, folks, that you can elevate to individuals that are hoping to begin partner advertising, or they're hoping to begin their web-based business or their site or their YouTube channel, anything that it very well may be. So you need to go through this large number of various sites and find this large number of magnificent instruments. Then what you believe that should do is you need to ensure that they have an associate program. So all you really want to do, folks, as an illustration is type up something incredibly basic, very much like that, and afterward glue it here, and afterward start with number 1, for instance. And I'm showing you this rapidly to save you some time. So suppose the principal thing that you needed to do is you needed to offer somebody something like email promoting. Okay, you'd come here, you'd type in something, open email showcasing, and suppose you needed to advance either MailChimp or Convert, and so on. You would compose an extremely concise depiction on that specific item, very much like I have here. So what have I done under my email advertising? Consider ConvertKit or MailChimp, as you can get liberal free plans, presentation pages fabricated, and send email communicates. So you compose something incredibly comparable. Then what you will do, folks, is you'd approach ConvertKit and you'd head toward their partner page. So when you approach ConvertKit, you'd look over right down to the base, and as you can see, they have an offshoot program, and you would fire joining to this multitude of various stages and placing in your interface and the manner in which you would enter your partner interface, folks. As you can see here, when you click onto this, it will show you here that there is a connection here, and the manner in which you enter a connection is you should simply feature any of these various sorts of words here. Look up to the top and see here it says embed or alter a connection. You click on that, you ensure you select open this connection in another tab, and you glue your associate connection inside that tab. Then the thing it will do is it will feature that. As you can see, folks, I have 8 distinct sorts of connections here. I have a connection to WordPress, I have email promoting, I have facilitating, I have a pipe developer, I have a search engine optimization device for individuals that are hoping to make sites, I have a video creation instrument, and I've additionally got a web optimization apparatus for YouTube too. Okay, so anyone hoping to begin any type of subsidiary promoting, then I likewise have a connection shortener. From here, what I additionally have, folks, is I've headed toward either Digistore 24 Hero in addition to clickbank.com, and I look for changed ways that individuals can figure out how to bring in cash with partner advertising, various kinds of courses that are being sold on the grounds that recollect these individuals are hoping to bring in cash. The traffic source that I will show you on this video, folks, is wonderful. And before we go on with this video, folks, all I ask from you is, assuming you partook in this video, to crush that like button in appreciation and go down the base and remark, I love free traffic in the event that you value this video. And remember to buy in for more magnificent substance emerging. So for those of you that don't have any idea what ClickBank is, folks, ClickBank is a subsidiary organization where you can go to get an entire load of various sorts of items. You can do this with Digistore 24, you can do this with Fighter, in addition to JVZoo, anything item you need to elevate. So I will rapidly sign and show you how I set those member connects. So now that we've signed on to ClickBank, folks, like I said, you can do this with any subsidiary organization. All you maintain that should do is look down with this one as an illustration business and showcasing. Now you can apply this rule to different specialties as the need might arise to. Do is give the devices that individuals might require for that industry. Okay, exceptionally straightforward stuff. I come here, folks, I go to Snatch Gravity, and I look for changed sorts of items. Assuming you look down here, you can see here you have Brief Offshoot Framework, which is one of the items that I'm advancing. That is a 202 item. Here is the other one, Ceaseless Pay, folks, that is at $335 item. Okay, that is the typical transformations you can take in substantial income with this. And all you want to do, folks, is snap onto promotion. Come here, click on to produce hot connections, duplicate that, folks. Once you duplicate that, everything you want to do basically is approach your rundown that you're eliminate this connection, I should simply feature that. See here where it has this little supplement connect, come here, glue that connection in there, click on to open connection in new tab and select apply. This is all you want to do, folks. And down base you can add as need might arise to approve, and when you look down here you can likewise say top member programs that individuals can utilize and glue that connecting in light of the fact that what you're doing is you need to add a Steam. Once you have this done, this is presumably the longest thing, then this will be something that you can have that you can elevate long into the future. And the best thing about this is in utilizing something like Blogger, this will be saved to your own Blogger record, and you can come here and you can refresh this at whatever point you need to. You can add things, you can eliminate things like I said, and when we come here and we click on to review, it will take us over to this page, whereas you can see you can tap on to share, and anyone that snaps onto any of these connections, folks, and buys, you will bring in cash. And I truly refreshed this today, so I need to show you precisely the way that you will get the traffic. Yet before we do that, folks, stage 2 in this procedure is you need to approach Google. Once you approach Google, you need to type in Google Decipher, okay, and when you type in Google Interpret, from that point what you maintain that should do, folks, is come here and type in how to bring in cash with associate showcasing in English. And what you believe should do is look for the French rendition, the German, some other country around Europe or elsewhere. Folks, it doesn't make any difference. What we will be searching for is articles and blog entries and stuff that is written in different dialects, since it won't be written in English and possibly not accessible in those T1 nations, okay? So we're searching possibly for some new satisfied and things that aren't utilized in those nations. So what you maintain that should do is come here, duplicate this here, folks, come straight over to research and glue that over you, very much as I did there, and hit enter. Once you hit enter, you will find this large number of sites here that are written in French or some other nation, okay, about the most effective ways to bring in cash with offshoot advertising. From that point, folks, what you maintain that should do basically is you need to come here and you need to click onto this connection here, for instance, and it will bring you over to a page that seems to be this. Now, as you can see, folks, this is written something else altogether. Yet what you believe should do is you need to look up to the top, and everybody has this, folks. You need to click onto this little connection here, and you need to attempt make an interpretation of this over into English. And the motivation behind why we will make an interpretation of this into English, folks, is on the grounds that we need to have this article here. We will involve this article to have the option to advance that exceptionally basic blog entry that we just made. Stay with me, folks, since this works. 110 transformations are insane, and you will bring in cash with members showcasing, particularly with the traffic source that I will show you in this video. So what you believe that should do from here, folks, is you basically need to come over and type in Google Docs, okay, and what you maintain that should do is you need to open up an unfilled Google Docs sheet, okay. So come over, you all open up a vacant Google Docs sheet, and when you open this up, this is where we will glue that whole article, okay? So you basically approach this page, folks, look up to the top, double tap onto this, Control A. You need to duplicate this, or you need to duplicate it in stages, for instance. So come here, duplicate that, come straight over to you all, glue that. So dispose of anything like these 3 little specks. The other thing you maintain that should do, folks, is snap onto any connections that are as of now there and eliminate those connections, and afterward look down, folks, and rehash the cycle. So look down, duplicate this, okay, and put it into that Google Doc sheet, and what you're searching for toward it finish is something that appears as though this is precisely exact thing I did here. I came here, folks, and I replicated that over. Now this large number of connections in here that I have are truly my connections, okay? So these are my connections. Now what I did after about the principal section here, I embedded this. I composed in significant note before you read on here is a rundown of assets you should be to be a fruitful subsidiary advertiser. And as you can see over, you all assuming that we click onto this connection here, that a connection, okay, this is the connection to our blog entry, okay? So in the event that I eliminate this, which I will eliminate this, since what I believe that should do is I need to glue this connection once we put it with our traffic source. So to show you that that will be that blog or a connection, okay, as you can see, anyone clicks onto this and buys, we will bring in cash with subsidiary advertising. So since we have made this extremely basic Google Doc sheet over here, all right, with our connections, okay, we currently should have the option to advance this. I'm about to come here, I will eliminate this from here, and I will eliminate it from here. The other thing that is truly significant when you do this and you reorder here, when you boil down to the base, see here it says article reference, okay, so let me just tab that back, the article reference here, folks. I reference it back to the article where I got this data from. Yet when I do that, I basically return over to this page. I look up to the top, I change this back over to French, okay. I'll duplicate this connection, I come straight over to my Google Docs, and I glue that connection in SF, and anyone clicks onto this right presently, it will take them over to here. I'm not doing anything wrong since this was initially written in French, so that implies that they will revisit to my page so they can peruse this in English, okay. So presently what we really want to do is we want to get this free traffic, and this is the third move toward this, and I believe you should give close consideration to this in light of the fact that a traffic source that I will show you all I need to show you proof of precisely the way in which I've done this and how I've had the option to get a ton of this traffic. So the website